Good evening. This is the Board of Selectmen's meeting for May 2nd, 2022. I will call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. Would you care to, we'll go to the Pledge of Allegiance first.
Okay.
Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Carol, would you take us through what we've got going on tonight?
Sure. We have an appointment with the moderator to go over the motions for the annual town meeting, and we have a couple of action items. That's about it.
Okay, great. I will recognize open forum if anybody's here for open forum. Okay, great. Looks like nobody's here, which is perfect. So let's move to our appointments with the moderator, Bob Looney, and our town clerk.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Time of year again.
Didn't we just do this?
Seems like we do it more often now. Basically, I got, the warrant earlier, and I just handed the, sort of the official motion, so they parallel what we've already received. So it's really just a question of, the special town meeting is just, to some extent, housekeeping. I know there's certain things that they want. I do have a question, though, and again, maybe it's changed, and maybe Chris can help me. Chris, on the original warrant I got, they talked, on number, one of them talked about paying, from the fire chief, paying an old bill. Was that a mistake?
I don't remember seeing it about paying.
Right here, maybe I got something, maybe I got a draft. And the reason I asked, because that would be a 9/10.
Right, yeah.
But maybe it's a draft on the original thing I got. It's on the warrant, the
Yeah.
special town meeting.
Yes, there's a, chief, one of the two. Yes, for fine.
Oh, there is?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
So I think it's
Yeah,
Article,
then that is, if it's an old bill, you're right. that is a
but it doesn't say it in this here. It doesn't say it in the motion, but it was in number, I think it was number 2 on the special.
Two, okay.
it's Article
3, Article 3.
3 on the special?
To cover, number 3 on the special. So,
Yeah, it doesn't, actually, no, it doesn't say in the article that it's.
yeah, it's in the warrant.
It's a prior year bill, it's like. it's-
All right,
it's
so
like-
that's a 9/10.
Right, so we just had to change that on you.
Yeah.
The thing we got tonight said majority, we just have to change that, so it's Article 3 of the special. Because it doesn't say it in the motion, but it does say it in the warrant. It says, the article provides money to cover prior year bills. That's the only change. And so fire chief will do 3 or 4 articles, and then on number 1, we can just have, give it to David.
Yep.
He's not
He's
here.
he's gonna do everything.
All
He's
right,
not here, so.
yeah, I have no problem with it.
Yeah, look at,
Motion to adjourn.
So Article 1 will be presented by David.
yep.
I don't know if anyone has any questions on those. They're pretty straightforward, is what I read in the
Yep.
warrant. And then, so then we go to the annual town meeting. I know last year we used this consent agenda. So I think, unless I change, it was 1, 4, and 6 in this year's, which just gets voted on. We just get rid of those unless somebody has any question. How we do it is we present it as a group together
Okay.
and ask anybody if they have any questions or objection on any of those 3. If they do, we pull that particular one out and discuss it. Last year, we had no problem, because those are just the standard every year things we do.
Right.
Yep.
So last year when we did it, we had nobody raised any issues. So that would, so we would take care of 1, 4, and 6 right away.
All right.
Pete, you want those?
Sure.
Article 2 is just obviously, just talks about procedural things with the finance meeting, so Mr. Peak will take care of that, and it's a 2/3 vote.
Right, the 2/3 vote is needed because in some cases we're getting money from the stabilization fund.
Right. Pull the money out. Article 3 is the same thing. They're moving money to the stabilization fund, and Michelle will do that. Article 4, Article 5, which again is a standard thing we do every year. The reason that couldn't have been put in the consent, Charlie, I don't know, I was curious.
I actually,
Oh.
I think,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I think Rebecca and Lee had asked about that, but because it's actually accepting a statute.
Oh, every year
I
we do.
wanted, but we actually tweaked it this year, so we kind of tweaked it so we won't have to do it in future years. We kind of set it at that 50% starting fiscal year '23 moving forward, and then we don't have to do it again unless the assessors want to change that percentage, but it'll just stay at that.
Well, we can, yeah,
50%.
we'll leave it this year for this the way it is.
Yeah, I just figured since it's accepting the statute, I
So
didn't
you
want to.
can't, you don't live in town anymore, right? So you can't present it, so who do you?
Well, last year they just, they divvied up the stuff, I think someone else read it anyway, it wasn't the selectmen.
We can do that, because she can't present it. All right, do you want to do it,
So
Cal?
instead of Board of Assessors, will be Board of Selectmen.
Yeah, we'll just have Cal.
Okay.
Article 7 is a simple majority by the police chief. Article 8. It's just a civil service thing.
All right.
Yeah, it's a home rule petition.
Right, and so that'll just be David.
Yeah.
Article 9 is taking the constable from elected to appointed. Pete?
Sure.
Article 10 is amending some bylaws. This wasn't the one that was at issue in the emails today.
Yeah, this
It
is,
is.
this is
Yeah.
the
It
one,
is.
yeah,
All right,
we're
so-
looking to, yeah.
So-
change.
So we're gonna pass over that,
All right, that's.
so do we present it or just get out,
Move to pass over.
move to pass
Yeah,
over?
yeah.
Okay,
So you'll do.
I will, yep.
So the reason being is there was some question about whether what's here is outside the scope of, and there's, some email between council and town manager, and I saw him, and I actually just talked to Chris today saying we should just get by it. Because, in the past, we have rules and something at the meeting, but I think it was kind of an agreement that it's outside the scope, so just pass over it. Jim's gonna do the next one on the fire department. Just moving money from one account to the other, we got into Tower 1. Cal, you do the next one?
Sure.
That's I think that one
Is
street,
that
isn't it?
home rule
That's
petition?
Yeah.
no, this is actually.
Elmwood Court, except it's.
This
Oh,
is
okay.
accepting
But
a
it's a
street,
2/3.
just because we're asking the town to approve the eminent domain, the taking of land, so that's why you need the 2/3.
Yeah. Article 13 is asking again to change certain clerical errors or editorial changes to a bill, and that you can do it if there's an issue, instead of, if I read that correctly, is that right, Charlie? It's just basically,
Right.
This is another, this is
Yeah.
another home rule.
yeah, so it allows you to correct and do clerical and edit some bills if we don't, instead of having to come every time.
Right, this is the,
Acceptance of streets.
which home rule is this?
This
This is the street acceptance home rule.
Okay. This one is number 13?
Yeah.
This is
Right.
the Natick thing?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
This is,
Yeah,
right. for
12
the
is to accept
subdivision
Elmwood
roads.
Court.
Okay.
Right.
So
13
13
is
is,
to get a bill so that they can, certain things that you guys can do without,
all right, I can do that.
so. Let's see, who's up next?
Well, it doesn't matter, I'll take that.
All right, Pete. Yeah, I was trying to Pete.
Yeah. We'll give David a little bit of a break.
Give them all the ones that are gonna be problems.
Right, yeah.
14. This is to sort of,
Yeah, this.
so you
we'll go
guys
for the
can
15.
go and sort of set up a district.
Yep.
Sewer district up on North Bedford.
Yeah, so this carries over from 14 to 15.
Yeah,
Both of
yeah. So 14 will give David.
Yep.
And then 15 is the borrowing.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, and that needs
You?
2/3.
I was gonna suggest that.
Yeah, right.
What's that? Are we gonna date?
Peter's gonna do it.
Yeah, well, you've been doing
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sewer
yeah.
stuff.
Good.
I actually just asked Chris because there's some confusion with it. I think you have a meeting tomorrow night,
We
somebody?
do, yeah,
We
we're
do.
at the,
But just maybe you want to announce it and make an announcement.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
I
it.
knew about it,
It's
but
on the,
somebody asked me about it. I said, no, I don't see anything that says override. Somebody asked me about it. I said, no, it doesn't say that. So I know, I heard over the weekend there's a meeting tomorrow night.
yeah.
So you get that, that needs,
Yep.
that's the majority. I mean, it's 2/3.
2/3, yeah.
And then Article 16, Mr. Haynes will do it. Again, it's a borrowing money for well number 1. You don't take it 2/3. Article 17 is borrowing money. That'll be Mr. Pico. Oh, no, he has Michelle Herron doing it. That'll be a 2/3 from the capital committee.
Yep.
Article 18, this is just amending a bylaw of the town. And we don't have a full explanation, but if someone wants to read, they can. And that'll just take a majority. Claire, you do that one? Yeah, and then Article
Yeah,
19.
This is the bylaw. The
Oh,
stormwater.
sorry, Article 18.
18.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, Roy may be doing it because it's a joint.
okay. And out of, I guess Article 19 has to pay for the public access programming, their bills and stuff.
Yep.
And that's just a majority. Callie, you want that?
yep.
All right, the only suggestion I would have, Bob,
Yeah.
is if we go, I mean, I don't mean to be
Yeah, go ahead, go
making
on.
things confusing here, but just so we can keep those two articles, the district and the.
14, 15, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take 14 and 15.
Yeah, good
And then
idea.
I'll give David number 1, 4, and 6. That's all combined.
Yep.
All right.
Well, you know what, why don't we do this? Why don't you give him 13 too? Because you'd have 13, 14, 15. Why don't you give him 13 also?
What is 13?
13 is just a bylaw amendment for the.
13 is the.
Oh, for the
is
streets?
Streets, I don't
Yeah.
know, I don't know if you.
You want just, you know.
That's fine. I'll keep it. Yeah, just.
So I'll give him the first.
Yeah, give him that. So he'll have 2 in a row.
David.
The guy's not here, we don't want to
Right.
feel left out.
Well, if we have to switch things around after.
But you involved with the sewer stuff too, so you might be able to.
Yeah, just so they don't get confused where this is all coming from in each section, because we'll be having, tomorrow night, we'll have a discussion on it. So he'll have 2 in a row, and I'll just have those 3.
What time is the meeting tomorrow night?
7 o'clock at the high school auditorium.
Any questions?
Nope, you get that?
I mean, obviously, the good thing is, some towns are still having trouble, getting people there, so by us not having a quorum is really a benefit, because meetings get done.
Well, it's a relief, we don't have to.
Well, and we've also we haven't had only 10 people. I mean, the biggest fear of, because one of the guys in my office is moderating another town, and, I mean, they just came for 75 people
Right.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And by that, they mean they put the phones on and say, can you come
Yep.
down, can you come down,
Yeah.
can you come down?
Carver went 3 nights.
And what that
few
does,
weeks
it
ago, and that was rough.
it also, if someone doesn't like a question, they call a quorum, and then you're back at square one if you don't have it one at the time.
Right. Yeah, I think you'll get
So
I
it's
think
good
you'll
that we
see
do that.
decent amount of people.
Yeah, we do. I mean, yeah, well, I think the sort of thing.
Right. $11 million usually brings people up.
Yeah, and I don't,
Odd
you read it here and it reads pretty good, but if all you hear is $11 million and borrow, it's like, oh my God.
Right.
So
Yep.
maybe hopefully tomorrow you can alleviate some of their concerns.
Yeah, some of the
Plan.
questions will come on, yeah.
So, and the good thing about not having a quorum, we can start on time.
Yep.
So, 7 o'clock is the special. We should get to that really quickly, so we'll have some downtime. So,
The bylaw does say that the annual starts at 7:30.
yeah,
So we have to.
so we gotta have some time, I know.
Talk slow.
That's impossible for me. I have no trouble saying it's impossible for me. So anything else?
No, I think unless you have anything,
No, I'm good.
everything looks good, all right? Yeah.
All right. So we'll see everybody next Monday at the high school.
We'll be there.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. All right, so I think that's the only appointment we had.
Yep.
So,
Ready
run
for
through
action?
some action? Yeah, sure.
All right, we're passing over the first posted action item because we already did that.
Yep.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of the April 25th, 2022, 6 PM Board of Selectmen's meeting.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sanitary sewer update. Who's doing
We've got
this?
the forum.
Yeah, tomorrow night, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
If you can't make it to the school tomorrow, we will have it on EBCAM, EBCAM, for the rest of the week. So you'll have information available to you before you cast your vote on Monday.
Right, yeah, I think we've got a pretty good presentation put together. We'll have some PowerPoints of what the project is all about, so, you know, we'll leave it at that. I'm hoping to get a good crowd out there. I've heard from quite a few people, both through text, email, social media, wherever it may be, so I think a lot of people get it, but there are some confusing parts to it. Obviously, we have another sewer project we did some years ago, which is not attached to this one. You know, timing's a question, but we'll go through all this stuff tomorrow night, and I think we'll get people to really understand what the whole idea of this project is. So, looking forward to it. 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
Yep. All the experts will be there.
All the experts, absolutely.
I'll be sitting in the audience. Okay, FY '23 pay rate for
Right, so
a whole bunch
the
of
board
people.
several weeks ago had approved a 2% across the board pay increase. However, I had not realized that there are several positions that we've not been doing 2%. They're tied to the Massachusetts minimum wage. Cities and towns don't actually have to follow the Massachusetts minimum wage. Traditionally, they do, but they don't have to because the state can't impose that as a mandate on cities and towns, or else they'd have to pick up the tab. But for these positions, they're tied into the wage rate, which will be increasing again on January 1st of 2023 to $15 per hour. So my recommendation to the board is, and these are tiered based on that wage rate. The rental coordinator would move to 18, the assistant rental coordinator would move to 16, the function worker would be at 15. The council on aging van driver and DPW seasonal employees right now are at $13.75. They would move up to the current minimum wage of $14.25. But these are anomalies in our wage schedules. But having talked to Rebecca, traditionally the board ties them into the minimum wage.
Sounds good. Any other questions?
Do you need us to make
Yes.
a motion to approve
Yeah,
that?
please.
I make a motion that we approve the minimum wages as adjusted for these 5 positions.
I second. Any further discussion? Anything else? I think that's pretty.
It's the right thing to do.
explanatory. Absolutely. Okay, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that's it for action items.
Great. I see Rebecca's not here, but we have Lee. So Lee, how are you? Good, thank you for coming tonight. Do
No
we have-
announcement.
No, so I built you all the way up like that? Got nothing. It's all right.
Nothing from me.
Nothing to you. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Carol, anything, board discussions at all?
No, I just encourage people to come to the forum tomorrow night and the candidates' nights in 40 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, is it tonight?
You still got time to come down.
Oh, wow, okay, great.
And, yeah, and town meeting next week.
Yep. Yeah, nothing here. Excited to finally get this done, one
Been a
way or
long
the
road.
other, for, in the next 7 days. But, yeah, again, to your point, you know, if you're concerned, which you should be, if you're a taxpayer in East Bridgewater, turn on your TV, come on down and, you know, see what we're proposing and make an educated choice once you do that. Absolutely. All right, well, seeing
Okay.
we got nothing else,
Motion to adjourn.
I will make a second on that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.